Hi there, welcome to Subaru. My name is Allison and I hear that you have made the decision to go ahead with a 2025 beautiful Ascent. And this is the Premier package. This is all the bells and whistles that the current model has to offer. And I'm going to take the next few minutes, more than a few minutes, to go over the exterior and interior features with you so that you're set to take on the road. And it'll also streamline your process when you're coming in to pick up your new Ascent. Let's get going. We're going to start from the outside. 20-inch wheels with your all-season Falcon tires. You have the same 8.7 inches of ground clearance of all of the Ascent. And of course, under the hood, 260 horsepower, turbo, 2.4-liter four-cylinder, which, isn't it nice? It is rated to have regular gas, not premium. This one is, of course, a sold unit. I snagged it as soon as it was going into service, so it's still mid-PDI process, but I wanted to show off all the features. You've got all of the extra chrome detailing. You've got your LED fog lights. Your blockader is zip-tied out front where it's nice and easy. Cold winter mornings, you're not going to have to go searching for it. We're going to take a little look under the hood at the items you're going to want to be keeping a watch out on. Taking a look under the hood, when you pop your hood release, your latch is right here. So if you go hand down, slide to the left, you'll feel this lever. Your prop rod sits right in here and then goes up into this position. Anything with the yellow caps are the items that you're generally watching out for. So this is going to be your washer fluid reservoir. This is your coolant overflow. If you're looking behind here, this would be your oil fill, and your oil dipstick is just over here. Finishing out the yellow caps is going to be your brake fluid back there. You'll also notice how easily accessible the battery is if needed. As you have a turbo engine, you've got your intercooler right here, and for the Ascent, it is vented out underneath the hood instead of having one of those telltale hood scoops. Steering responsive LED headlights, as I mentioned, your LED fog lights, and up in your windshield, you do have the two eyesight cameras. That's going to be your pre-collision braking, the adaptive cruise control. There's also a mono camera, so that's the bigger camera below, and that is going to help with the high beam assist. So that's when you're driving on the highway, put on your high beams. You'll be cruising along, everything is easy. When someone's coming towards you, it'll dim your headlights down, wait till that car passes, and then you're going to have your headlights back up onto high beams. It's very polite, very Canadian, but if you're like me, when I did my headlights down, I'll forget to put them back up. This solves that problem as well. The other features that you do have, we'll walk through, but you have your blind spot detection, your adaptive cruise, the lane keep assist and lane centering technology, and as well at the back, we've got your reverse automatic braking and your rear cross traffic alert. Last little guy rounding out the front is right here. This is your front bumper mounted parking lot camera. So you turn that on and that works up to 20 kilometers an hour, just so you're not putting yourself in a bad spot in any of those parking lots or back lanes. Integrated turn signals in your side mirrors and having the blind spot detection. That'll be that little orange light that'll pop up when you do have a car in your blind spot. If you ignore it, you put on your turn signal, it's going to flash to get your attention, but so sensible that that isn't any beeping or shaking or vibration inside. It's just working with how you're naturally going to be looking to change lanes. This is such a nice stout back end. We do have great visibility with your tail lights. And of course, you've got a power opening tailgate. As I mentioned, this is brand new, so we do have some accessories to put away. But you have cargo area, and then you've got 60/40 folding for your third row seat. In the Premier, it is the captain's chair, so that's the 7 seats, which means captain's chair, second row, bench seat, third row. You do have an additional power point here. This is a 12-volt adapter, and you do have some tie downs that you can use if you're needing to secure cargo. With your third row folded down, then that is where you can also put in your cargo cover, which is standard, and it's just under the floor deck here. The Manitoba package for the Ascent this year is the rubber floor mats on all 3 rows, as well as the 3rd row seat back protector and the 2nd row seat back protector. So you fold those down and then you're all protected. Also an upgrade for this year is having the cargo area mat is standard from factory. Also with your trunk, you do have 2 buttons here. So you have the trunk closing and you have locking. So that means you can either close the trunk, or if you hit the lock button, it will close the trunk and lock all your doors. For being a bigger 3-row vehicle, it is great that your driver's front door will open almost 90 degrees. And you've got a lot of vertical space, so it's easy for our tall customers to get in. But with the amount of vertical cabin space, the seat adjusts quite a lot, which is also a great fit for our petite customers. This one is almost a fit for everybody. The driver's seat, where all the experience happens. You do have 12-way power adjust seats. This front bar is going to be your back and forwards, your up and down, as well. Your front thigh support can go up or down. This is going to be the back angle adjustment, upper back, and you've got your lumbar support. So this is going to increase or decrease the lumbar. You also have an up and down for the lumbar placement, because if it's going to be great for tall customers or petite customers, we're not all built the same, are we? Now on this Premier, we are using the brown Napa leather seating. And as I mentioned, it's fresh. It hasn't even got all unwrapped. But in the Premier, we do have the wood grain trim. And you've got all of this beautiful finish. Winding up here on the driver's door, where we do have memory seat settings, you press and hold set. And while you've got that pressed down, you would press and hold the 1 or 2 until it beeps to set up your memory seat settings. And then we also have power folding side mirrors. This is going to be your side mirror adjustment, so turn to the left or the right, Atari joystick style. Lock and unlock, auto front row, power second row, and your child window locks. Looking at the buttons we've got right here, you have your trunk, push and hold until it beeps. This is an interior lights power down, so if anyone in your 2nd row, 3rd row turns lights on, you can turn them on or off. This is your gauge cluster brightness, and if we reach back down here, that is going to be your hood release. It's just tucked back a little farther than you might expect. As I go to sit down on the seat to go through the interior features, I should also mention right under here there's a little lever. It's quite analog, but that can extend out the thigh support. Not a power feature, never something to worry about. You can even do it while driving quite safely. If we start with the left side of your wheel, this is all your stereo controls in your hands-free. Volume dial is at the bottom. Working up, this would be to answer a phone call, hang up a phone call, mute the radio, or use your voice controls. We now have a new menu feature, so you'll have your digital speedometer here and a little menu above. This toggle will scroll you through the menu options. This is going to skip you forward tracks or preset radio stations, and source will be FM, AM, Sirius, XM. Over to the right side. This is all your adaptive cruise control. So when you want to turn on cruise, boop that one. Toggle down to set or up to resume, which I think is fairly standard. The difference is going to be here. With adaptive cruise, you're setting a speed. You're also setting what you want as a safe following distance. So that means you can increase or decrease how close you want to be able to get to the car in front of you before the car is overriding your speed to keep that safe following distance. As you can see, it's set up as lines. So when you turn on your cruise, up here you'll have a graphic of a car with lines in front of it. Each line is roughly equivalent to a car length. You can go up to 4, you can go down to 1 as well. And then over here, when you're using your cruise, you can choose to turn on lane centering, which is a more active version of steering correction above your lane departure warning. Lane departure means if you drift out of your lane up to 65 kilometers an hour, you get a little notification up in there, orange bar, bloop, bloop, lane departure. Above 65, if you drift out of your lane, you're going to get a little steering nudge and then it'll notify you of lane departure. When you turn on lane centering, with cruise and being where it can read both sides of your lane markings, it will make some active steering corrections so that you're not drifting out of your lane either side. Again, you have to turn this on, and it only works with your cruise control. Going down here, this is going to be your heated steering wheel. So if you pull it towards you, you'll get a little orange light, and it's going to heat up everything except for the very top bar. They really don't want you driving like this. So if you're going to have a cold hand. We're going to dig into what is behind the steering wheel. If we look right in behind the right side, this is all your wiper control. So pull down is your intermittent, low, high. And then this dial is going to be the speed of your intermittent. The dial at the end here is your back wiper and washer. So if you were going to wash the back, you can do it here. This is intermittent. And down there, we'll just do like a burst wash. Pulling towards you is going to be washing your front windshield. Peeking around the left side of your steering wheel, this is your lights. So auto is going to be daytime running lights during the day, automatically turns on your headlights, and will automatically power everything down. If you were choosing to manually override and go into daytime running lights or headlights, you certainly can. The next section here, this is going to be for your fog lights. So if you turn up to here, fog lights will be on, or down here will be fog lights off. This is also for your high beams and otherwise your turn signals. And that's what all of this one does. All right, your navigation screen or your infotainment screen, you've got your built-in maps. So that is powered by TomTom. Search menu is going to be your presets and your everything you have already saved. Radio is going to take you through to FM, AM, Sirius XM. Tune or your volume is here and tuning is here. You can dial in whichever you want and press and hold until it beeps to set it. You do have 3 months free of Sirius XM. Down here is your home button that'll take you back to your main screen. If you go into phone, you will say, yes, you want to add a device. It'll tell you to go into your settings, go to Bluetooth, make sure your Bluetooth is enabled. And then when it searches, it'll be looking for Ascent. So if you just agree to everything that it's asking, it'll get you set up. It'll also then prompt you for your wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whichever format you use. Your My Subaru app, this will give you a quick connect to roadside assistance. It will also allow you to connect to the dealership if you are wanting to make an appointment, and the concierge service. So if you're driving somewhere you're not familiar with, you're low on gas, you don't have your phone, you can connect to the concierge. They'll be able to give you directions. Settings can take you in for, this is similar to your phone screen, for configuring what you would like. All of the sounds have their own settings. They're going to be all at medium, and then you can always adjust. And this gives you all of the things that you can change volume-wise. If you go into car, this is going to set everything up. So as far as your safety features, you do have the driver monitoring system. You would choose to register a user, choose the spot, set your seat and mirror settings, and then when you're ready, you press set. It'll get you to face forward until the infrared camera can scan you, and then you'll get to set up your name and your icon that you want to have. It's never going to scan me because I'm not actually paying attention and I'm talking. So we'll just wait for a second until it says it can't scan me, and we'll move on with the rest of the features. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. All right, so we'll leave that, but you can always update your settings and set it up however works best for you. Reverse automatic braking, keyless entry system. If you walk up to the car, it'll automatically unlock the driver's door. You can have it automatically unlock all doors if that's more of a fit for your life. You do also have your power tailgate settings. You could turn off your steering responsive headlights if you choose to. Car info, display off. Display off is so if you're driving for a night drive and you're concerned it'll be a distraction, you can turn off the screen. Your music will keep on playing, but you won't have the distraction of the screen. Tap anywhere, you'll get your climate controls back up. You can hit the home button to turn the screen back on, or a 3-second push and hold on the volume dial will get your screen back up as well. Down at the bottom, this is your home button. To the left is AVH, so that is an auto vehicle hold. It's like a hill brake. If you want to get to a stoplight and not have to keep your foot on the brake, AVH is your friend. It will keep you in place. You have to use your accelerator to release it. This car info is another shortcut to be able to get to your safety features. Your X mode, of course, is your 4-wheel drive low system. So snow and dirt is like the back lane hasn't been cleared. It will move power to whichever wheel has traction, works up to 40 kilometers an hour, and will automatically kick itself back off into regular all-wheel drive if you go faster than 40. Deep snow and mud is going to be if you are on a looser surface and you need the wheels to spin to be able to get you out of a bad situation. Again, it'll work up to 40 kilometers an hour. To the right, this is going to be your managing devices where you're going to be adding other cell phones. And down at the bottom, you have, again, everything you could want. Ventilated as well as heated front seats, both sides. Air conditioning. You've got your climate control on or off for the back. Fan speed here. And with this box, if you touch it, then you can adjust your temperatures with the sliders, sync or unsync, and the bottom row is all about where the air is blowing. If you don't touch this for about 10 seconds, then it is going to automatically go away, so it's not a distraction. You also do have the hard buttons on either side. Oh, you should be able to see that. Up and down, so either zone, climate control, up and down. This is your back defrost and heated mirrors. And your front defrost is right here. Other items to note on your screen, this is your 4-way flashers, and you've got one more info screen up here. Going to the right will take you through having your navigation, common gauges, weather. This one is tied to your Sirius XM, and another shortcut for your X mode. This one that is right above here, that is your infrared camera for your driver focus. If we keep working our way up on your rear view mirror, you can see there's these 3 buttons along the bottom. That is, you do have the smart rear view camera. So first off, you can pair your garage door openers to this. If you have a garage door opener, you click this, and then you're going to continue. You would press your home link, and then you're also going to have your clicker, and you're going to be able to allow them to pair. As this is the smart rear view mirror, you see the instructions are popping up and they tell you everything you need to do. You also have the ability to have your backup camera projected up onto the screen. You also do have a digital compass. Going up higher, you've got, it's a sunglass storage spot, but also if you go to here, it is a fisheye lens that you can watch whatever the hooligans are doing in the back without having to adjust your back mirror. My Subaru buttons, SOS and Concierge. So if you do have an accident, hit that SOS button, you will connect to an operator. And your sunroof control. So you've got your cover and the sunroof itself. And then you have a gigantic panoramic sunroof. Couldn't even hardly get it, it's so big. If we look down below your screen, you've got a little 12-volt adapter back there. You've got USB-A and USB-C, as well as an auxiliary plug here between the 2 front seats. This is your electronic parking brake, so if you pull it up to set, you do have to have your foot on the brake and push down to release. You've got your 2 cup holders right here, and you've got a great cavernous bucket and even space for your change. Shame on me though, I did forget to point out your view button. So if you hit view, you then get a 360-degree view. 360 cam is new for your Ascent Premier. Makes me a little nauseous. I'm going to turn it off. Features and controls. So from the limited and higher, you also do get the second row sunshades, which I'm terrible at doing one-handed. Otherwise, those are an accessory for other packages. As I mentioned, this is brand new. And then we've got your climate controls on the back row. You do have all of your temperature adjustment, USB-A, USB-C, and cup holders, because we know that an Ascent has 19 cup holders all throughout. Well, I hope you have found this a useful block of time to go over all the features and controls of this beautiful 2025 Ascent Premier. We're going to be having you all set up and ready to take her home. She'll be beautifully clean, detailed, full tank of gas. We'll also get your remote start, the My Subaru app, set up so that you have your 3 free years of remote start emergency services and roadside assistance. We'll also get the phones paired, and we'll go over any other questions that you might have about the features and controls of the Ascent. Again, my name is Allison. I work here at Jim Pattison Subaru South in kind of sunny Winnipeg, and I do want to be your go-to Subaru gal for all things in Canada. If you have any questions, again, I've got my phone number right here. Please share this video with anyone that you know that is considering an Ascent, or to those people that you just want them to be jealous of all the features of your Ascent. That works too. I also have a great referral program. So I do want to always thank you for coming to get your Ascent with me here in Winnipeg, and welcome to the family.